As a crocheter or knitter, you're going to realize that tangles pretty much suck. You either have to find a perfect center pull in your skein or make the perfect center pull ball yourself. Either way, you pretty much are going to end up right back here. So in today's video, we're going to use some Ogo yarn to see if it prevents tangles. This is by far the strangest looking skein of yarn that I have ever seen. It kind of looks like a neck pillow or maybe even like a butt cushion. This is called like the Ogo yarn in Red Heart Super Saver. Yarnspiration sent this to us for us to test out. Apparently this unique looking shape is a patent pending design. Other than looking like the most awesome neck pillow, this is supposed to leave all your yarn completely untangled. We're gonna have a little yarn chat and get down to the beef of the matter. Is this yarn an Ogo or an oh no? By the way, don't forget to hit the subscribe and like button. Every single like goes towards the purchase of a box of wine. This short video is going to be broken into 3 parts: a show and tell, a test drive, and a final review. Let's hop into it. Are you tired of crocheting and getting tangles and knots and the dreaded yarn barf in your yarn? Then maybe Ogo yarn is for you. 100% tangle free. Let's find out. Red Heart Ogo has 15 amazing colors, and I received this one. Don't get me wrong, gold is my favorite color, but I kind of wish I received the multicolor ones. Now those ones look awesome. I would love to see how the colors transition, and I'll have to buy those one at a later time and show it to you. But if you'd like to see a video with a detailed color transition with the Ogo yarn, please check out TL Yarncraft's video right here. Before we take a look down to the table, I want us to look at this package. If you notice, this package is larger than usual. So if you're thinking about storing your yarn, if you have a typical way of storing it like myself, it might be inconvenient, but let's say it's still in the package. It fits on a shelf fine. It doesn't look crazy or anything like that, but it doesn't fit with the aesthetic. But if you're putting it away, it's fine. But when you unroll this long sausage, this is about 22 inches long. That's a lot of yarn. So if I was to put it on my shelf, I have all this left over here. I mean, I could fold it in half and stick it on my shelf. I don't like it that way. Maybe if I turn it around. It's just weird for storage. So you got to see that part. So let's take it down to the table and examine it closer, because it's actually all about the tangles. As mentioned before, this is a bigger package. It measures about 8 inches by 8 inches and about, 2.5 inches thick. So you have to always think about storage. The one that I have here is Red Heart Super Saver in the color gold. Ogo has other brands such as Caron, Simply Soft, and Burnett Blanket Yarn in the same. But like I said, this is the color gold, and it has 364 yards of yarn. When you open the package, it comes together just like this, and it has a little plastic clip in between. You just cut and it separates like this. And people always ask me, is it soft? Listen, this is Red Heart Super Saver. It's not the greatest yarn. It's acrylic yarn. It's not a natural fiber. It's not a tough yarn. It's not hard, but it's a loved or hated type of yarn. I can say this, maybe since Yarnspiration took Red Heart over, it does feel a little bit softer. I'm going to give you a comparison to some of the old Red Heart yarns that I had in the past. And as you can see, in the past, Red Heart was never super consistent with their yarns. So let me unravel this a little bit so we can compare these. I wish my camera would zoom a little better. Let me see if I can adjust my camera. There we go. Actually, this yarn looks a little bit fluffier than these old ones. Back in the day, the red was so rough. I wonder if they changed the make of yarn. If you guys know, let me know down in the description box below. But this definitely feels a little bit fluffier. So now I'm going to give this a little gauge swatch. I already start working on a swatch, but before you start with your Ogo yarn, make sure you always unravel from the outside. The outside keeps it from getting tangled. That is the whole secret in the sauce. Never pull from the inner pull strand, because you know the yarn might collapse in on itself, and what happens? It starts tangle. So remember the pull from the outside. All right, let's see how the yarn is itself. I already start working up a swatch, and I didn't notice any type of splitting yarn. I didn't notice my hook skipping, stitch, or anything. It's the typical Red Heart Super Saver yarn. It's a great go-to, and I had no problems using it. So let me show you the swatch up close. like I said, typical yarn. So we got to see this, but we're gonna test it out to see if it can get tangled. I'm gonna take this and put it on my yarn winder and put it on fast to see if we will manage to get a knot or not. Okay, I'm ready to give you my final review of the Go Red Heart yarn. So first I want to give you my cons. This only has one con. The only thing I don't really like about it is how large it is and how it fits on a shelf. It is about 22 inches long and it's pretty big. So that is my only con. But the pros truly outweigh the cons. It feels like I've used Red Heart Super Saver my whole life. Don't expect this yarn to be like super plush. It's acrylic yarn, it's not a natural fiber. But this feels a lot softer than the Red Heart Super Saver that I used in the past. I haven't used it in a while. This is the yarn that I've grown up on. So if you guys know if Yarnspiration changed something, because it does seem a little bit fluffier, which I like. I also like that it doesn't tangle. I enjoy tossing this directly onto the floor and I don't have to worry about my scanty yarn jumping all over the place or sticking it in a certain type of container or spindle just to get it work. It is so convenient and easy to use, and I can find this great for carrying on the go. I can just stick this right into my craft bag and have the ball and pull the yarn as I go. So I definitely like this. So on a scale of 1 to 5 balls of yarn, I am going to give the Go yarn a go. I'm going to give this 4 balls of yarn. If you like this review, make sure you check out my other yarn review, like my Dollar Tree yarn right here, and I'll see you all on the very next video. Bye guys.